part of the inspiration for enjoying cooking is my mother. My mother worked in the kitchen, of course. She also had an outside job at some point. But when I was younger, she, for the most part, was in the kitchen, and that's what her job was. And she cleaned, she cooked, she served, she cleaned, she cooked, she served. She managed the groceries, the stock, the refrigerator, the table settings. And she's from a certain socio-economical setting which has become a little darling to me, quaint. I love to study history because it turns, maybe quaint isn't the right word. I like studying history because it frames it. You know, I asked my grandmother when I was a teenager, can you tell me, what do you remember about your childhood? What do you remember about raising your children or growing up or your younger years? And I thought that she was going to say, well, you know, when World War I was around, this, you know, some political thing, something happened in terms of her and the time period. And what she came back with was that she remembers most of making cookies for all the kids in the neighborhood. And she had a big crock that she would put the cookies in. She made oatmeal cookies, and my mother also remembers that as a child you know, all the kids would come in and get the cookies go out back out to play in the backyard. It was just really popular, those cookies. And since then I had my mother draw out for me the layout of her kitchen when she was younger. My grandmother had a Hoosier, and that was, you know, sort of near the window. They had a table with benches like you would have at a diner or something, or a restaurant, you know, the benches people would slide in with the backs. And that was in their kitchen. And they had a stove that was a mixture of coal and wood stove, and that really was a real comfort for the heating source also in the back of the house. And they had a dish towel, a hand towel that would, you know, rotate on a wooden pole that you would dry your hands on and then move that up. They had a cabinet with a dishware in it, of course. The sink was at a certain place when you walked in. So I just like to imagine this.